Travel back in time with a trip inside the Iowa's News Now vault.
Now, a complete look at today's news, reported by Dave Shea and Maggie Jensen. Meteorologist Dave Town at Storm Track 2, and Pete Cipher on sports. This is 2 Action News.
Good evening. The calendar says it's fall, but every other indication says tonight it's winter. Up to 20 inches of snow fell in eastern Iowa this weekend, and temperatures fell below the 0 mark in much of the area. The blizzard closed schools and businesses, and traffic in most cities and towns was a mere trickle compared to what it usually is. Snow plows were out in force today, cleaning out city streets and blasting their way through county roads blocked by drifts. Intercity travel was hazardous. This Michigan car was halted on his trip when a semi jackknifed and fell on it, the old 218 exit on I-80. Traffic is moving on most main highways tonight, but some rural roads are still closed. Dubuque was among the hardest hit cities with a snowfall of 16 inches. Lansing had 20. Traffic did move, but it was held to a crawl. And Dave Town, I presume the worst of it is over, at least for a while?
Yes, it appears that way. Tonight, all we have to deal with is the cold temperatures, lows from -5 to -15 degrees. The wind chill won't be much of a factor as winds will be light. And then we have some more snow coming up in the forecast a little bit later on.
Not so good.
No.
Thank you. Many activities scheduled for tonight have been canceled. We'll have a list of the cancellations later in the news, just before the weather. Before we can prepare for that next winter storm, we must recover from this one. And Maggie is live at a place that turns into a beehive when the winter weather strikes. Maggie?
That's right, Dave. Back downtown, near downtown Cedar Rapids in the Cedar Rapids Street Department garage. Because of people who work in places like this across eastern Iowa, many stranded holiday travelers were finally able to get home after the long and inclement weekend. John Ogerstrom reports opening roads and airports was a big job.
From the air and at ground level, Cedar Rapids Municipal Airport may have appeared better suited for ice skating than air travel this morning. Still, this is an improvement over yesterday's slush, ice, and snow. Paul Gibbs was here trying to get to California.
The weather just got worse and worse, and it got iced in.
Gibbs finally made it today, so did lots of other passengers forced to extend their visits to eastern Iowa. Air travel is reported back to normal tonight after it slowed to a trickle yesterday in Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, and Waterloo.
I like snow, but not like this.
Interstate highway travel is also improving thanks to diminishing winds and lots of plowing and sanding. Much of the interstate system is reported snow and ice covered tonight, but people are getting through. Though delays of an hour or two are not uncommon, bus travel too is returning to normal. This afternoon, Cedar Rapids Transit Center was packed.
Pretty slow. I got here about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I've been waiting here ever since. Now it's been about, I believe, 2 hours. I'm still waiting for my bus.
In the cities and in the counties, crews are now winning their battle against the snow and wind. Drivers must now contend with ice. Some roads closed earlier today are now passable, although snowbound vehicles like this one won't be going anywhere anytime soon. John Okerstrom, 2 Action News.
Feel sorry for the poor driver of that car, though some people are able to travel now. Some were stranded in Iowa last night, and Barry Butters reports some of them were in West Branch. Jesse.
Stranded in Iowa.
Stranded in Iowa, literally. Estimates are that as many as 400 people waited out the storm here in West Branch. Some at the Methodist Church, some at the town hall, some at a school, some at private homes. And all of the people that I talked with this morning said that they were happy just to find shelter.
I had to sleep on the floor, but it wasn't too bad.
A little hard?
Yeah, a little hard, but it's better than being in a snowdrift.
Mostly the stranded travelers were families returning from the Thanksgiving holiday.
The people of this town were fantastic. Really, really nice people that do all this for us.
Pastor Sam Hahn opened his Methodist church to travelers.
It was pretty nice. Had a lot of fun. Played cards, talked to different people, watched TV. We got food and stuff. You know, we're a little uncomfortable sleeping, but other than that, we're thankful that we had a place to stay.
Newspaper editor David Johnson says despite small-town problems, residents do pull together when a helping hand is needed.
Evidence that the small-town spirit of generosity is alive and well here in Iowa.
After spending the night, Charles Cochran's car wouldn't start this morning.
Oh, I don't feel too depressed. I'm thankful for the hospitality of the Methodist Church.
By 7:30 this morning, most people were packing up their belongings and were ready to get back on the road, hoping to never again be.
Stranded in Iowa.
Barry Butters, 2 Action News, West Branch.
Well, there really is no reason for anyone to be stranded in Iowa tonight. The roads are not in great condition, but most are drivable. Here's the latest road condition report from the Iowa Highway Patrol. Driving conditions are normal on I-29 over on the western edge of the state. On I-35, it's normal to winter driving conditions. On I-80, normal in the west half of the state and 50 to 75% snow and ice covered in our area, the eastern half. I-380 also is 50 to 75% snow and ice covered. The patrol says in general roads are snow and ice covered in the Waterloo area. In Decorah and Dubuque, conditions are normal to 100% snow and ice covered and 50 to 75% snow and ice covered in the Cedar Rapids and Iowa City areas. If your roads are clear, you can thank the men who run the equipment that scrapes away the snow. The city workers, bulldozer operators, and truck drivers who worked around the clock in an effort to keep civilization going when weather wants to shut us down. Roger Riley spent some time with some of those people today.
Snowplow crews began early this morning all across eastern Iowa. Floyd Weiss was plowing some heavily packed roads near the Cedar Rapids Airport.
Just an inch at a time. Oh, there we go. No problem. Footing out.
In Blackhawk County, where some 14 inches of snow fell, crews cleared roads only to have more drifts form. County officials here say it could be 2 more days before roads here get plowed out. Snowplow driver Kenneth Kent has seen worse, but not for a few years. In the city of Waterloo, numerous crews were busy with roads and parking lots. On sidewalks, this tank-like vehicle called a bombardier is used. City employee Steve Scanlon was at the controls.
I have a regular route. I plow every time it snows, all the bridges downtown and city-owned property.
So is this the only one of these the city has?
At this time, they're considering getting another one.
I think it might be a wise investment.
I think so, if it keeps up like this.
Snowplow crews across eastern Iowa are now not only worried about snow drifting back across roads, but also the possibility that Mother Nature may deposit some more winter white stuff yet this week. Roger Riley, 2 Action News, Blackhawk County.
Hate to even think about that, but just because the snow has stopped falling for now and the wind has stopped blowing for now doesn't mean work is over for these men on this storm. And at 10, we hope to tell you what progress they plan to make by tomorrow morning. Dave?
Okay, Maggie, when we come back, we'll tell you what medical doctors say you should and should not do in this weather. And we'll take a look at some people who are making money off the snowfall.